Top 12 Signs Your Feet. Tell you about diabetes. Health Aura. Know it right. Live it light. Have you ever stopped to think about what your feet are trying to tell you? Day after day, they carry the full weight of your world. Yet we often take them for granted. While we pay close attention to our face and hands, our feet quietly endure thousands of steps, often hiding subtle changes that could reveal important clues about our health. Now, here's something many people don't realize. Your feet might be the very first to whisper early warnings of diabetes. Surprising, isn't it? In today's video, we're going to explore 12 unusual signs at your feet. Signs that are easy to overlook, but could signal an increased risk of diabetes if you know how to spot them. And that's not all. I'll also share simple, practical tips to help you care for and protect your feet, so you can avoid serious complications. 1. Numbness and tingling in the feet. A quiet signal you should never ignore. Have you ever experienced an odd sensation in your feet, like tiny pins pricking your skin, or an unsettling numbness as if the area is falling asleep? It's easy to dismiss this feeling as harmless, especially after sitting too long or resting in an awkward position. But if this tingling or numbness appears frequently or lingers, it's time to pay closer attention. This isn't merely a random occurrence. It could be your body's early cry for help. When blood sugar levels remain elevated over time, one of the first casualties is often your nerves, particularly in the feet. The condition is called diabetic neuropathy, and it can creep in silently. Imagine your nerves as delicate electrical wiring. Excess sugar in the bloodstream acts much like water, corroding those wires, gradually impairing their ability to send clear signals. What begins as a faint tingling can soon progress into sharp burning pain, or worse, complete loss of sensation. Why is this dangerous? Without the ability to feel heat, cold, or pain properly, you might unknowingly injure your feet, developing blisters, cuts, or ulcers. Left unchecked, such injuries can lead to serious infections or complications that require intensive treatment or even surgery. This is why it's so crucial not to ignore these subtle signs. If you start noticing numbness or tingling more often, take it as a prompt to act. Begin by tracking when these sensations occur and how long they last. Then, don't delay. Consult a doctor and have your blood sugar levels evaluated. Managing your blood sugar through healthy eating, regular physical activity, and proper medication is key to protecting your nerves. Additionally, pay attention to foot care. Examine your feet daily for any unnoticed injuries. Keep them clean and moisturized, and wear comfortable footwear that minimizes pressure points. Catching neuropathy early gives you a better chance to slow its progression and prevent more severe problems. So, listen to what your feet are telling you. They could be giving you an invaluable early warning. Satud 2. When your feet whisper trouble, the hidden danger, behind swelling. Have you ever glanced down at your feet or ankles and noticed they seem puffier, heavier, almost as if a hidden tide is quietly rising beneath your skin? Many brush it off, blaming a long day on their feet, a salty meal, or the heat. But what if I told you this swelling could be a secret cry for help from deep within your body? You see, when blood sugar levels remain high for too long, the effects run far deeper than we imagine. It's not just about sugar. It's about the silent damage happening beneath the surface. Elevated blood sugar weakens and stiffens the delicate network of blood vessels. especially in your feet, where circulation is already furthest from your heart. These tiny capillaries, once flexible and vibrant, become sluggish. Fluid that should normally flow and drain begins to accumulate, trapped in the tissues like water behind a dam with no release. As this silent tide rises, you may feel your feet becoming heavier, tighter, even painful. But it's not just discomfort you should worry about. This buildup of fluid can increase pressure on the veins and arteries, setting the stage for a dangerous complication: blood clots. And in the context of diabetes, blood clots can quickly escalate from hidden threat to life-altering crisis. So the next time you notice unexplained swelling in your feet or ankles, listen closely. Your body may be urging you to take action, to bring blood sugar under control, and restore healthy flow before the tide rises too high. Remember, awareness is your first defense. 3. The silent message. Beneath the cracks, when dry feet reveal a deeper danger. Have you ever looked down and noticed the skin on your feet growing rougher, tighter, perhaps even beginning to crack, as though tiny fault lines were appearing beneath the surface? Many brush this off, blaming cold weather, dry air, or aging skin. But what if those cracks are actually your body's subtle way of calling for help? What if they are hinting at something more serious beneath the surface, like uncontrolled blood sugar? When blood sugar levels remain elevated, your body's ability to retain moisture quietly slips away. The result? Dehydration creeps into your skin, especially on areas like your feet, where circulation tends to be weaker. The skin begins to dry, losing its natural suppleness. Over time, the dryness worsens and painful cracks appear, cracks that are far more than a cosmetic concern. They can become open invitations for bacteria and fungi, turning into dangerous infections that may spread quickly if not addressed. But there's another hidden culprit. Diabetes often damages the autonomic nerves responsible for regulating your sweat glands. Without their guidance, your feet stop producing the natural oils needed to maintain soft, hydrated skin. The cycle of dryness intensifies. This is why it is so essential, not only for comfort, but for protection, that you nurture your feet daily. Moisturize them regularly with a quality, fragrance-free lotion. Keep an eye on any changes. And if cracking worsens or infections arise, seek medical advice quickly. Remember, the skin on your feet is more than a surface. It's a messenger. Listen to what it's trying to tell you. 4. The hidden danger of wounds that won't heal. Have you ever glanced down at your foot and noticed a small scratch or nick? Something so minor that it should have vanished within days. Yet weeks later, it stubbornly lingers, refusing to heal? It may seem like a simple nuisance at first, but don't dismiss it so quickly. Your body could be whispering an urgent message. When blood sugar levels remain high over time, the very systems designed to repair and protect your body become compromised. The immune system weakens, and the delicate network of tiny blood vessels that supply oxygen and vital nutrients to tissues becomes damaged. Imagine your body's natural first responders struggling to reach the scene, slowed and blocked by impaired circulation. Without this essential support, even the smallest wound, particularly on your feet, can evolve into a dangerous, long-lasting sore. For individuals with diabetes, these wounds may take not just days, but weeks or even months to heal. And while they remain open, they act as unguarded doorways, inviting bacteria inside. The consequences can be devastating. Serious infections, tissue death, known as necrosis, and in severe cases, even amputation. That's why it's crucial to treat every cut, blister, or sore with utmost care. Regularly inspect your feet, moisturize your skin to prevent cracking, and never ignore a wound that won't heal. If you notice lingering sores, seek medical attention promptly, because when it comes to diabetes and wounds, time is everything. 5. Cold feet. When your body is whispering a warning. Have you ever noticed that your feet feel strangely cold, even when you're indoors or bundled up? Maybe you've added extra socks or tried rubbing them to bring back some warmth, but nothing seems to help. It's easy to brush this off as poor circulation or chilly weather, but sometimes cold feet can be your body's way of sending a quiet signal that something deeper is going on. For many people, especially those living with diabetes, cold feet can point to underlying issues with blood flow. When blood sugar stays too high over time, it can slowly wear down the blood vessels, making it harder for warm, oxygen-rich blood to reach the lower parts of the body, especially the feet. Think of it like a heating system with blocked pipes. Even though the rest of the house feels comfortable, some rooms stay cold no matter what you do. But that's not the whole story. Nerve damage, another common effect of diabetes, can also make it harder for your body to sense temperature changes or maintain warmth in the feet. If cold feet are also paired with numbness, tingling, or changes in skin color, it's a sign that shouldn't be ignored. Catching these signs early can help prevent more serious problems down the line. 6. Skin discoloration. The silent color shift. Have you ever looked down and noticed that certain parts of your feet seem to be changing color? Perhaps they've grown darker, turned unusually pale, or developed reddish or bluish patches that weren't there before. It's easy to dismiss such changes as simple aging or minor cosmetic shifts, but often these subtle alterations are your body's quiet way of signaling trouble beneath the surface. In fact, skin discoloration on the feet is commonly linked to impaired blood flow, a hidden consequence of elevated blood sugar levels. When high glucose damages the small blood vessels responsible for nourishing the skin, circulation becomes uneven. Some areas may suffer from oxygen deprivation, turning pale or ashen, while others may develop dark, reddish, or bruised tones due to stagnant blood and chronic inflammation. In more advanced stages, this discoloration can progress into dangerous complications, such as necrosis, where skin tissues begin to die. Unexplained dark spots or bruises that linger without healing demand immediate attention, as they could reflect severe vascular damage. Left unchecked, these signs may lead to infections or even tissue loss. That's why it's crucial to observe your feet regularly. If you notice any unusual color shifts, especially in combination with other symptoms like swelling, numbness, or temperature changes, seek medical evaluation promptly. Addressing the root cause early can protect not only your skin, but also your overall foot health and mobility. 7. Thick, deformed toenails, a silent signal you shouldn't ignore. Have you noticed your toenails becoming unusually thick, rough, or oddly shaped lately? Perhaps their color has shifted to an unsightly yellow or brown. It's easy to brush this off as simple aging or poor hygiene. But beneath these subtle changes, your body might be sending a serious warning, especially if you're living with elevated blood sugar. When blood sugar remains high, It weakens the immune system, making it harder for your body to fend off fungal and bacterial intrusions. And toenails, often tucked away in warm, moist environments, provide the perfect breeding ground for these harmful invaders. As fungal infections take hold, the nails thicken, discolor, and may even become misshapen and brittle. Yet, the danger doesn't stop there. Diabetes-related poor circulation compounds the problem. With reduced blood flow, the tissues around the toenails are deprived of the nutrients and oxygen they need to stay healthy and regenerate. This can cause nails to grow unevenly, leading to discomfort, pain, and, in severe cases, open sores or infections such as cellulitis or ulcers. What may start as a cosmetic nuisance can quickly escalate into a medical concern. Don't ignore these subtle clues. Your feet are trying to tell you something important. 8. The silent disappearance. When hair loss on your legs. Whispers of deeper trouble. Have you ever glanced down and noticed something strange? Your lower legs or toes appearing smoother, almost hairless, without you ever shaving them. It's easy to shrug this off as just aging or a harmless quirk of the body. But beneath this quiet change could lie a far more serious message your body is trying to send. When hair begins to thin or vanish from your lower legs or toes without an obvious reason, it may be a sign that your circulation is faltering. You see, for hair to grow and thrive, it needs a steady stream of nourishment carried by healthy blood flow. But when blood sugar levels run too high for too long, a hallmark of uncontrolled diabetes, the small blood vessels that feed the skin and hair follicles can become damaged and narrowed. It's as if the roots of a plant are being starved of water. Without that life-giving nourishment, the hair gradually fades away. But there's more to this story. Diabetes can also harm the nerves in your legs, a condition known as peripheral neuropathy. When these nerves weaken, they not only dull your sense of touch, but also interfere with the signals and nutrients needed for healthy hair growth. This seemingly cosmetic change is, in fact, a visible clue to deeper vascular and nerve damage at play. So if you've begun to notice your leg hair quietly disappearing, don't ignore it. It may be your body's early call for help, one that deserves attention before more serious complications arise. 9. Painless blisters. The silent warnings you should never ignore. Imagine this. One day you glance down at your feet and notice small blisters or clear vesicles scattered across the skin. Oddly, they don't hurt at all, so it's tempting to dismiss them as harmless or simply caused by new shoes. But here's the truth. When these blisters appear without pain, they could be subtle warning signs of something much deeper, especially for those managing diabetes. When blood sugar remains elevated over time, it slowly damages peripheral nerves in the feet. This type of nerve damage, known as diabetic neuropathy, dulls your ability to feel sensations like pain, heat, or pressure. In this state, your body can no longer send warning signals when something is wrong. Blisters may develop from minor friction or irritation, but you won't feel them forming. Without proper care, these painless openings in the skin can quickly become vulnerable gateways for bacteria, leading to dangerous infections or ulcers. And there's more. High blood sugar also weakens the skin's natural barrier, making it more fragile and easily irritated by everyday factors. Tight shoes, seams in socks, or even rough bedding. That's why it's crucial to inspect your feet daily. If you spot any blisters, resist the urge to pop them. Instead, keep the area clean, dry, and seek medical advice promptly. Early intervention can prevent what starts as a minor blister from turning into a serious, limb-threatening complication. Your feet deserve your full attention. Don't let these silent signals go unnoticed. 10. Recurring infections. The uninvited guest that won't leave. Have you ever wondered why certain infections seem to vanish for a while, only to return again and again? Stronger each time? You treat them, they subside, and just when you think all is well, they flare up once more. For many people with diabetes, this frustrating cycle is all too familiar, especially when it comes to infections in the feet. But this isn't a coincidence. It's your body trying to tell you that something deeper is at play. When blood sugar levels remain high over time, the body's natural defenses are gradually worn down. The immune system weakens, leaving you more vulnerable to every passing microbe. Your feet, constantly exposed to friction, trapped moisture, and the occasional unnoticed cut, become the perfect breeding ground for bacteria and fungi. Even small injuries can open the door for these pathogens to invade. Poor circulation caused by damaged blood vessels further slows the body's ability to heal, creating an environment where infections can smolder beneath the surface. It's why conditions like toenail fungus, stubborn skin infections, or even dangerous cellulitis often return, no matter how many times they're treated. If left unchecked, these seemingly minor issues can spiral into life-threatening complications. So don't ignore the signs. Listen to your body's warnings. Consistent foot care, blood sugar management, and timely medical attention are key to breaking this relentless cycle. 11. When each step hurts, what your feet might be telling you. Have you ever started walking? Maybe through the park, across the house, or down the grocery aisle, only to feel a strange, nagging pain in your feet with every step. At first, it's easy to blame it on tired legs, old shoes, or simply aging. But what if the discomfort keeps showing up, even when you haven't overexerted yourself or worn uncomfortable footwear? What if this pain is your body trying to warn you about something deeper? You see, our feet are incredibly sensitive indicators of our overall health. When something goes wrong inside, they're often among the first to speak up, quietly at first, and then louder as the problem progresses. One reason this happens is because the feet rely on a rich network of blood vessels and nerves to function properly. But when blood sugar levels remain high for too long, as in diabetes, both of these systems can start to break down. When blood vessels become narrowed or clogged, the muscles in your feet don't get enough oxygen. This lack of nourishment can cause sharp pain, cramping, or an uncomfortable heaviness, especially when walking. This condition is often related to peripheral artery disease, PAD, a common yet under-recognized complication in people with diabetes. At the same time, damaged nerves might misfire, sending pain signals even when there's no real injury. This makes each step feel harder than it should. Ignoring this type of pain won't make it disappear. Over time, it can interfere with your ability to enjoy daily life. Turn in simple pleasures like a morning walk or a trip to the market into painful challenges. The good news? By recognizing these signals early and seeking proper care, you can take steps to manage the problem and protect your mobility for years to come. 12. Changes in foot shape. The distorted mirror. Have you noticed your feet gradually changing their shape, perhaps becoming more swollen, developing unusual arches, or forming unexpected bumps? This is not merely a cosmetic issue. Such changes often signal deeper complications tied to prolonged high blood sugar. When blood sugar remains elevated over time, it damages the nerves and blood vessels that support your feet. As a result, the muscles that help stabilize the bones weaken, and the foot may begin to deform. One severe example of this is Charcot foot, a condition where bones become fragile and susceptible to fractures or dislocation, leading to a visibly misshapen foot. But it doesn't stop there. Nerve damage also impairs your ability to sense pain or pressure. Without these signals, you might unknowingly put excessive stress on certain areas of your feet. Over time, this can result in unnoticed injuries, persistent calluses, open sores, or even dangerous tissue death, necrosis. If left untreated, these structural changes and injuries can severely limit mobility, making it difficult to walk or perform daily activities. Recognizing these signs early and seeking proper medical care can help prevent the progression of foot deformities. Regular foot checks, supportive footwear, and blood sugar control are crucial steps to preserve both foot health and your ability to stay active and independent. Have you ever paused to think about how much your feet do for you? They quietly carry you through life, step by step, day after day. Yet, while we often notice the appearance of our face or hands, our feet tend to be overlooked until they start sending subtle warnings. But here's the secret. Your feet are more than just a way to move. They're a remarkable health map, revealing the state of your circulation, nerves, and immune system. That's why protecting them is not just about comfort. It's about safeguarding your overall well-being. Start by making it a gentle daily ritual. Check your feet closely. Look between your toes, across the soles, and around the nails. Pay attention to small shifts, swelling, redness, or wounds that stubbornly refuse to heal. These are whispers from your body asking for care. Next, treat your feet with love. Keep them clean and soft, with regular washing and moisturizing. Well-hydrated skin is less prone to cracks, those tiny openings that can invite dangerous infections. And don't underestimate the power of the right shoes. Choose pairs that fit perfectly and cradle your feet without rubbing or squeezing. This simple step can prevent pressure injuries and long-term complications. Above all, remember this. Controlling your blood sugar is the cornerstone of foot health. When your levels are stable, your nerves and blood vessels stay stronger. Embrace a nourishing diet, move your body with joyful activity, and prioritize regular checkups. And if you notice anything unusual, don't wait. Seek medical guidance early. Your feet deserve it. If this message resonates with you, show some love. Hit like and follow our page for more tips on keeping your body vibrant and thriving. Let's take each step forward with health and confidence.